Well, hey, it's Farmer Dale coming to you from the kitchen today. It rained a lot yesterday and kind of hard to get in the garden today. So I thought, hey, let's do a little cooking of some salsa. We love some salsa here at the Creasy house. Farmer Jenny, she loves to go to Mexican restaurants and she scoops the salsa up by the spoonful. She probably put a straw in the bowl at the restaurant if they would let her, or if it wouldn't look so goofy if she did that. So, but she loves her some salsa, and we love to eat some fresh salsa here at the house every now and then. So we have grown Roma tomatoes, and from what everybody has told me, the Roma tomatoes and the San Marzano tomatoes, we have San Marzano tomatoes for sale also, but those two tomatoes are the best tomatoes to make salsa with. We normally have made it just with normal tomatoes, and they've been great salsa, but we're going to try it out today, and I'm going to show you a little recipe that we have used in the past, and it's going to be really good. So stay tuned. So let's talk about the ingredients that we use. One is the Roma tomato. We have 1 pound of Roma tomatoes. We have about 8-10 little sprigs of cilantro. I love cilantro, so we have cilantro. Then we have about a half of a white onion. Love onion. And then we grow. These are straight from the garden this morning. Jalapeno peppers. So we have 2 jalapeno peppers, and then we have about a teaspoon of salt. And then I put sugar in my salsa to make it a little bit sweeter. We like a little spice, a little sweetness. So we put sugar in ours. We've got about a teaspoon of sugar. And then you're gonna need about 2 tablespoons of some type of cooking oil. We use olive oil, so that's what you're gonna need there. And then the other thing that you're going to need is a food dicer. I think this is one of the first wedding presents that Jenny and I got when we first got married, and we still have it, and that is almost 29 years ago. So you need a food dicer, and then we mix it all in to a blender. Mix it in after we get it all diced up. We mix it into that blender. So we're gonna show you how we do all that and mix it all in, dice it all up, throw it into the blender, and then we have one last step that's gonna make it be really, really good. All right, well, one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to take our Roma tomatoes, and we're going to just slice those in half, and we're going to put those in the dicer. So this is about I don't know, it's 3, 4, 6, 8. We can only fit a couple in this little dicer at a time. You may have a bigger dicer. And Jenny Creasy doesn't like hers. She likes hers nice and pureed. She doesn't really like that chunky salsa. Some people like that, so if you want to do that, that's fine. You don't have to puree it and dice it up as much as what we do. But after you get enough salsa into in there, you can see that it's starting to, woo, if you could smell this right now. And you don't have to puree it as much as I do. Of course, I can't get it off the thing there. And as you make it, just dump it into your blender. And we're going to do that same process for all the tomatoes. Those tomatoes smell really, really good. You need to make sure you got some pretty ripe tomatoes. I picked these off the vine yesterday. Sometimes if you want it pureed, you need to put it on there a couple times. There we go. So this is going to make a good amount of salsa for you. And we got 2 more tomatoes we're going to dice up. And then we're going to dice up the onions and the peppers and the cilantro and get all that diced up pretty small. And that is all of the tomatoes. So now we're going to dice up these couple jalapenos. These are cinder jalapenos. They don't get as big and as long as a lot of different you want to make sure you get your jalapenos pretty diced up, pretty small. You don't want to be eating big chunks of jalapeno. But woo, boy, that smells spicy right there. So I just take my knife. I don't even worry about a spoon. Just put your sauce in. Put your peppers in there, and then I'm going to take the onion. And the one thing that Farmer Jenny does not like is a chunky onion. She doesn't even want to know that there's onion in. So we're going to put a couple. Oh, we need to mess that up. So sometimes you're going to mess that up. Sometimes you got to start back over again. Pour those back in there, and I forgot to put the blade in there. So make sure you got your equipment working right. So let's try that over again. We'll throw those onions in there. I'm not the cleanest cook, trying to keep it all nice and neat. We're going to dice those up really, really small so you really, really don't have. And in my dicer, probably why I'm pretty sure they make better dicers today than what they did 29 years ago. Yeah, that's pretty small right there. Yep. Alright, so that's all the onion. I love onion. My kids love onion too, which is interesting. They'll both eat onions. My son loves to saute onions. That's his favorite thing to do, saute onions, because he thinks he's being a major cook when he's doing that. So then we're going to take his cilantro and we're going to put it in this dicer. Oh, I did it again. I forgot to put the blade in there first. So let's take that back out, put the blade back in, and let's put that around that. Whew, there's nothing like the smell of cilantro. Alright, let's dice that up nice and small. The last thing you want is big chunks of cilantro. You don't want big chunks of cilantro, and sometimes it's kind of hard to dice it up. Make it kind of small. Again, it gets kind of clumpy. Sometimes it's better to put it in with the onions and mix it up with the onions. It's still a little stringy. You don't want stringy cilantro. So make sure you get all of it nice and diced. That's pretty good right there. So we're going to to take that. Take our knife and get all that out. And it's going to dice up and mix up really well inside this blender once we get that going. That's good. That's good. All righty. Move that out of the way there. And the last two things that we need to add into our mixture is our salt. So we'll put that salt in there. And then my favorite is sugar. We'll put that sugar in there. And then we're going to bring over our blender. And you'll see what we're talking about with that. Here's our blender. Stick that on there. Guess we need to plug it up. That'll probably be a smart thing. Let's plug that up. And let's give it a little pulsation here. After you do it a little bit, you can, oh my goodness. Woo, that is going to be some good stuff right there. Alrighty. So after you get it blended up, pretty good there, you got it at the consistency that you want. You want to take a pan, because this is the most important part, is you take a pan and you take your cooking oil, your olive oil, or whatever you might have, and you pour that into the bottom of the pan. You're going to stick this on the on your eye and get that really hot, and then you're going to pour your salsa into your pan. So we'll be right back in just a second, and we'll show you how that's done. Well, all right, we have our pan here. We've already put our olive oil in the bottom here. So now we're going to take our salsa, and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to let it cook, get nice and hot. And you see the color that it is right now. It's kind of a light pink color right now. And after it boils, it's going to be a nice flaming red hot color. So we're going to let that get to a boil, and then we'll come right back. Oh my goodness. That smells so good. Once you let it simmer for about 15 minutes, get it to a nice little boil, and then let it simmer for about 15 minutes, and then just pour it into a bowl. Pour it in there nice, yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be so good. Show you what it looks like up nice and close. Ooh boy, that's gonna be good. So we're gonna stick that in the refrigerator for about 15, 20, 30 minutes. Let it really cool, let it gel a little bit, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do a taste test. Well, all right, it's been about 30 minutes with that salsa in the refrigerator, and I pulled it out, and it is a beautiful color, beautiful color. It looks just like it does in the Mexican restaurants. I mean, it really does. See that right there? Ooh, it looks really good. So I've got three things. I've got my salsa, and I've got me a nice tortilla chip. And you got to make sure that you have something to drink. Hey, and you might as well drink it out of one of your favorite cups. I know not everybody's an Alabama fan, but Roll Tide, because we like our things hot and spicy. So you got to make sure you got a drink. So let's taste this salsa here. I'm not going to scoop it up like Farmer Jenny would scoop it up, but I'm going to get a little. I want to show y'all very nice and close. If y'all can see that. Ooh. All right, let's taste that. That's not bad. I can taste. I almost. Woo. Hang on a second. I most definitely can taste the jalapeno. There is no doubt about that jalapeno. Woo! It's a great tomato taste. It's got a great, taste a little bit of the onion. I can taste a little bit of the sweetness, which kind of takes off the jalapeno a little bit. But boy, it's a good tasting. Let's do that again. I'm gonna do that for y'all again. Here we go. Well, there you go. So make you some homemade salsa. Most importantly, buy some Roma tomatoes or some San Marzanos, and we'll deliver to your house. Ooh, I gotta get another drink. All right, well, Farmer Dale out. We'll see y'all later.